Good morning, everyone. Today we will continue the same chapter, Discovering Tut. The saga continues. Now I am going to start from page number 26, para number 3. Now I am going to start the para. Regardless of his fame and the speculations about his fate, Tut is one mummy among many in Egypt. How many? No one knows. The Egyptian Mummy Project, which began an inventory in late 2003, has recorded almost 600 so far and is still counting. The next phase, scanning the mummies with a portable CT machine donated by the National Geographic Society and Siemens, its manufacturer. King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned in death as in life, moving regally ahead of his countrymen. However, he died mysteriously, but Tut is one of the mummies in Egypt. How many mummies have been invented? No one knows. Egyptian Mummy Project was started in 2003. This project has recorded 600 mummies and still counting is continued. The next phase was to scan the mummies, and the King Tut mummy was one of the mummies to be scanned with a portable CT machine donated by the National Geographic Society and Siemens and his life. As in his lifetime he was moving ahead. In the same way, after death also, he was moving ahead of his countrymen. A CT machine was scanned the mummy had to do, creating 1700 digital X-ray images in cross-section. Tut's head scanned in 0.62 mm slices to register its intricate structures takes on eerie detail. Eerie means strange in the resulting image, with Tut's entire body similarly recording. A team of specialists in radiology, forensics, and anatomy began to prove the secrets that winged goddess of a gilded burial shrine protected for so long. Now explanation. The CT scan machine scanned the Tut's mummy from head to toe, and it created many digital X-rays images in cross section, and it created 1700 digital X-ray images. First, Tut's head was scanned in 0.62 mm slices to record the tiny details, and the resulting image was very strange. A team of radiology, forensics, and anatomy experts started to examine the secrets of the grave that had been protected by flying goddess for a long time. Now next para. The night of the scan, workmen carried Tut from the tomb in his box. Like pallbearers, they climbed a ramp and a flight of stairs into the swirling sand outside, then rose on a hydraulic lift into the trailer that held the scanner. 20 minutes later, two men emerged, sprinted for an office nearby, and returned with a pair of wide plastic fans The $1 million scanner had quit because of sand in a cooler fan. Cars of the Pharaoh jogged a guard nervously. Bearers means a person who helps to escort a coffin. Swirling, twist, to twist. Hydraulic lift, a lift that uses a machine to lift or move heavy objects. Sprinted, ran at a high speed. Now explanation. During the night when the Tut's mummy to be scanned, workmen climbed up on the ramp and the flights of stairs to carry the body from the tomb into the spinning sand outside. They rose the body onto a hydraulic lift, then into a trailer where the scanner was kept. After 20 minutes later, two men came. They were running towards the office nearby to bring two fans. Actually, the scanner was not working because the sand had entered a cooler fan. $1 million scanner was not working. The guard joked that it was because of the curse of the Pharaoh because they have removed his body. Now next passage. Eventually the substitute fans worked well enough to finish procedure. After checking that no data had been lost, the technicians turned Tut over to the workmen who carried him back to his tomb. Less than 3 hours after he was removed from his coffin, the Pharaoh again rested in peace where the funerary priest had laid him so long ago. Now explanation of this passage. By chance, the substitute fans started to work. The procedure was finished. The data was checked. After checking no data had been lost, the technicians returned the body to the pallbearers, who took him back to his tomb. In less than 3 hours, he was resting at the same place where the priest had laid him many years ago. Now next para. Back in the trailer, a technician pulled up astonishing images of Tut on a computer screen. A grey head took shape from a scattering of pixels and the technician spun and titled it in every direction. Neck vertebrae appeared as clearly as in an anatomy class. Other images revealed a hand, several views of the rib cage, and a transection of the skull, but for now the pressure was off. Sitting back in his chair, Jahi Hawaz smiled, visibly relieved that nothing had gone seriously wrong. I did not sleep last night, not for a second, he said. I was so worried, but now I think I will go and sleep. Now the explanation starts of this passage. In the trailer, the technician showed a beautiful image of Tut on a computer screen. He showed the grey head which was scattered in pixels and he spun it around. Next, the vertebrae, hand, rib cage and transection of his skull were shown. As the work was completed, the pressure was finally off from the shoulders of Jahi Hawaz. While sitting in his chair, he smiled and said that he was relieved that nothing went wrong. He had not slept the previous night and now, as the work was done, he would go and sleep. Now, the next passage. By the time we left the trailer, descending metal stairs to the sandy ground, The wind had stopped. The winter air lay cold and still like death itself. In this valley of the departed, just above the entrance to Tut's tomb, stood Orion, the constellation that the ancient Egyptians knew as the soul of Osiris, the god of the afterlife, watching over the boy king. Now the explanation starts. By the time they left the trailer, the wind had stopped and the winter air was like death itself. Just above the tomb, the Orion constellation shone in the night sky, watching over the boy king. Orion means a group of stars, constellations. Osiris means Egyptians' lord. Okay, students, this chapter has completed. Thank you and have a nice day.